Welcome back to Crazy Gamers Games and a continuation of my build for an Adeptus Mechanicus army for the very first time for Warhammer 40k. Today we're going to be talking about the Electro Priest, because I'm taking a break from the kit bashing. I completed a 3-man squad of my Destroyer Breachers, and then I'm going to be working on the Servitors with some different bits in probably the next video or a following video. But right now I want to talk about these Electro Priest. These are going to be my combat-y guys. I'm going to put them in a drill, and I'm going to drop them in behind enemies and do some damage. These can be built two ways. There's the Fulgurite Priest, and then there's the Corpus Colari. Yeah, I butchered that. I'm sorry. We're going to call the last one the Jazz Hands, because they have the little Jazz Hand fighting things. And then the Fulgurite Priest have the Electro Elite Staff. We'll start with those. They have a 6-inch move, a weapon skill of 3+, a 4+ ballistic skill, which doesn't really matter, 3 strength, toughness 3, 1 wound, 2 attacks, leadership 8, and a 6+ save. This unit contains 5 Electro Priest, but it can have up to 20, it looks like. And they're all armed with Electro Leech staves. It's the only weapon they can take. It's a melee weapon. It gives them +2 to their strength, so strength 5. It's -2 to the AP, and it does D3 damage. And it says each time you make a wound roll of 6+ with this weapon, the target suffers D3 mortal wounds instead of the normal damage. So you get that through, that's pretty good. They are benefited by the mechanicals of the Omnissiah. They have a voltage heist field. All models in this unit have a 5+ invulnerable save. When this unit completes a charge move, pick one of the target units you charged and roll a d6 for each model in the charging unit. Any rolls of a 6 inflicts a mortal wound on the unit you pick. So you charge with 20 guys, that's 20d6 for mortal wounds. And then they have Siphon Vigor. If this unit wipes out an enemy in the fight phase, their invulnerable save is increased to a 3+ for the rest of the battle. And they have basically an Feel No Pain. It's called Fanatical Devotion. Each time a model in this unit loses a wound, roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, the model does not lose that wound. So basically, you charge, you roll some d6, they take some mortal wounds on 6s. You do damage, you roll a 6 or take a d3 mortal wounds. They have a 6+ save, which doesn't matter because they get a 5+ invuln. But you kill a unit, they have a 3+ invuln. And then they have the d6 on a 5 or 6. They don't have to take a wound that they would have lost. So that's a lot of dedication they have there to the Omnissiah, giving them his protection. They are Imperium, Adeptus Mechanicus, Cult Mechanicus, and they belong to your Forge World. Infantry, Electro Priest, and Fulgurite. I'm not going to. I'll talk briefly about the Jazz Hands. I'm just going to talk about their weapons. The only difference in their stat line is they have a 3+ ballistic and a 4+ weapon. They have the electrostatic gauntlets in shooting mode. It's a 12-inch range. Assault 3, strength 5, 1 damage. Each roll of a 6+ causes 3 hits rather than 1. And then they have the gauntlets at strength 5, 1 damage. And they have the same Vulgar Heist field. And they have the same Fanatical Devotion, which is the Feel No Pain. And you can take up to 20 of them in a unit. I don't believe I'm going to be building any of those. I do have a use for their bits, though, from the sprue, and we'll look at those in a second. I've been asked to talk about Forge Worlds when I talk about an individual unit. So I'm just going to briefly touch on that. Let's see here. Which one is it that does? Yeah, Rise Up. You can re-roll wound rolls of 1 in the fight phase for units with this dogma. So if you're going to run Electro Priest, you might want to run a Ryza with maybe the new Tech Priest that's coming out in the Kill Team, which I'm looking to get. Yeah, I don't see... Yeah, I don't see anything else that would be good for them. I like Mars because you get a chance of rerolling ones in the fight phase with the Canticles, and you're rolling 2 dice, so you have a better chance of getting that. I think that would be better for them. I know the stratagems are better for Ryza, I believe, for fighting. Let's see here if I can find it. Where is that Ryza? Should have been prepared on this, I'm sorry. There we go. No, Ryza has the Plasma Specialist. Yeah, I'm not saying I like the Mars. You know, just you get the 2, you get the chance of rerolling ones in the fight phase. Yeah, if you guys, know of a better, Forge World, you can leave that in the comments below. But I think I'm sticking everything with Mars with these guys. I don't like to have to worry about having different Forge Worlds for my guys and having to remember what all their dogmas are and stuff. For my first time, I think I'm just going to go with the Mars. Maybe someone will let me change it later down the road. Let's take a look at the back. This is what the Jazz Hands guys look like. And then this is the staff guys. The Fanatical, they got no shirts. I think they're cool like that. Praising the Omnissiah all the time. Just take a quick peek at the book here. I'm going to be building 10 of these at one time. It's 5, a unit of 5 is just... They're going to die so quick. One good Overwatch and they're dead. So, they look pretty simple. It looks like 2 pieces and a head for the body. Couple arms and a backpack and the staves. I do want to talk about the staves, what I'm thinking about doing with them. But yeah, the ones with the staves are just basically they're super simple to build. And we'll look at the Jazz Hands. Yeah, they have like a backpack on them, which I think I want to use on my servitors that I'm doing. I've decided to use. I was going to use parts from the Imperial Questers for Adeptus Mechanicus, because I use the top parts on my Breachers and Destroyers. I was going to use the legs of those and the tops of the Destroyer Breachers to make servitors and some custom servo arms, but I think I'm better off using that Goliath gang from Necromundo, and I'll go further into that on a future video when I start the servitors. So let me zoom in here on this sprue, and we'll take a look at what we got here. So let's see, we got some bodies. Back up just a little bit, sorry about that. Got some bodies, and then here's the staves, or staves. So, I mean, they got some nice cloaks to be red, and then try to figure out the color of their body. I'm going to start painting this week, I hope. The weather's been really weird, and it's just the paint's not been reacting. And plus, I want to look into doing some vinyl stencils for some of the detail on the robes and stuff. But as you can see, it's just 2 sprues, not a lot on them. Looks like 32 mil bases. I will be putting them on the custom bases from Games Workshop, the Sector Mechanicus bases. I'm going to be putting them on those. And I just want to talk to you about my idea. Let me look at my bits box here. Is this the one? Yeah, I don't think this is it. Hold on, let me check the other one. Yeah, here we go. Here is the other Mechanicus bit box. And I have these left over. Let me go in again. This is a transonic razor from a rust stalker. And then this right here, if you can see that, is a transonic blade from a rust stalker. And what I'm thinking about doing is cutting it right here at the base, or actually right here above the hand, so I retain this round section, and the same thing on the razor, and then either on the end of the staves here, I want to cut one end of this off and glue either a razor or a blade on here. I'm not sure if I want to do it with both ends. I gotta see how they hold their staves, if they would interfere with them touching the ground. I might have to modify it, but I kind of like one end being this shape, and then one end being a razor or a blade or a mix of two. And I don't think I'll have any problem with that. I just want to start adding a little bit of custom to all my models, make it a little bit different. Starting to collect the bits in order to do that. And I'm not building rust stalkers. I'm not a big fan of rust stalkers. I like the knights over the rust stalkers. Rust stalker is something I use in Kill Team. So I'm going to use the extra blade bits from the rust stalkers and glue one or two onto these staves. So we'll take a look at that in the next video. And that's about it for this one. This is going to be my build, and before I do anything else more custom, I'm looking into building a drill, transport drill that's not resin. I got some stuff in the works, how I might do that. If you go to the Unification, Eidetic Beards, Wargamers Unification on Facebook, I've talked about some of my ideas of building a transport drill for AdMech without having to get the super expensive varying resin ones. You know, you could get them bent or things like that. I know they have great customer service, but I don't know if I want to commit to any kind of resin yet. So I'm just going to add my own custom and just make a little mock drill out of some plastic styrene. Just, temporarily see if I even like it in the unit, and then maybe later down the road get some resin ones. Well, for Crazy Gamer Games, I'm the Crazy Gamer. Have a great day.